So has found rest, oh Lord. I
Never
give
go pay to hear the
you
kind of thing.
thanks.
Yeah.
God has been so good this 2018.
Amen.
You know, when you're in the medical field, you understand what it means when they say your family member is going to take a surgery. It's not like, you just say, oh, you're going to take surgery and everything. But when you are in the profession, you know the complication of every drug, all the risks involved.
Yeah.
You perceive it more and so you have to be stable enough so that you don't frighten the person that is going to do the surgery.
Exactly.
And God worked miracles this year for us. The surgery that Daddy took and Ellen took are major surgeries. They are not just simple surgeries. Those are major surgeries. And God was there.
Yes.
Like for Daddy's surgery, there's a drug that we only use when we know the patient is about to go.
Wow.
There's a drug that we use when once you use that drug, that means the patient is going. It's like to bring the patient back. And we had to use it for Daddy. So it's like Uncle Mama myself knew what was happening, and we were at the on edge. We're on complete edge, but we still had to be, we had to be calm and everything. And God worked. He worked a way that the drug worked so fast than other patients. Because it's like when we use the drug on 10 patients, maybe only one will benefit from the drug.
Wow.
That's how it goes. Yes. It's not like everybody you use that resuscitation drug for will come back. So it was something that I took days to really come back to myself, because I knew that God worked a miracle. And even for Ellen's surgery, it's a major surgery. It's a very major surgery. So and sometimes when people like that prayer woman that died in the Dr. Jada place, it was only to the anesthesia.
Yeah.
When you give the anesthesia, some patients will just dilate all their vessels and collapse. So if you have your patient, it doesn't happen to everybody, but the risk exists for each patient that is exposed to those drugs. So if you have your loved ones going through, going through those procedures, you know that you need God more. Yeah. And mommy myself went to that strange land, and I couldn't even go in the theater with her and all those things. I had to be sitting down with big glass between us. And it's
Watching
like,
the surgery?
yeah, so it's like you need God all together. You can't help yourself. You need him to come there. He needs to be there. And he played his part so well. There's so much to be grateful to God for, because we could have had a lot of tragedy this year.
Yes.
And he helped us to cross over. Like when they made a diagnosis that, oh, my main case, they couldn't tell if it was malignant and we should just do the surgery. And at that time I had major exams. My friends that will be studying, then I'm either stressed out or I'm somewhere, so it's like I wasn't sure of passing. At all, especially the Ghanaian exam. But God just made a way that I passed, and we're all in a hitch. And it was because he agreed that it should happen. God has been so good. And as Obi was saying, we overlook these small prayers. But the prayer that we might have had in March could be the prayer that took us through this year. So we need to make sure we keep connected to him, because we never know when we need his divine intervention in our family life. There are issues that every one of us face in our homes. And sometimes some of the issues we think that is so much that we cannot make it. We are fed up with each other, but God keeps us going. Yeah, he keeps us going one way or the other. So those prayers, when we said we pray for each other families, for God to help us to go through our stresses, he does help, and he has been helping. And we need to keep. Could I ask you for a video clip?
No, for the children has to have. This is a tradition, Mama. Don't worry. This is a tradition.
I
already got my pass down to the children.
So it's something.
Go ahead, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I'll give you the honor.
You the
It's
big bro.
something that.
So I come in.
So
So all the things that why you brought it to the hospital that day, you to
it's something that I'm so, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful to God for.
Amen.
This year.
Amen.
He really proved himself.
God show himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the night that Uncle Kaka fell off. As soon as we got to talking to him on the phone, I think I still left mommy up and I went to bed. As soon as I went to bed, it was like our whole family were just crazy. Yes, everybody was like, there was something that was so serious that everybody were in. I don't even know how to describe it, but everybody were like running up and down and so crazy, like something very grievous had happened to us. So I just jumped up from sleep and I told mommy, I said, mommy, it's like it's so obvious because I was not in deep sleep where you can reach a certain level of sleep to really have those dreams. I was just at a superficial level, so it was something that was so obvious to me. So when she got up, she was already up. We prayed and it kept bothering my heart, so I sent a message all around. I said, let's just pray because I don't know. No, I called to find out because mommy said I should call to see I was traveling that same day. I think me and them had left their home. We called everybody. Daddy was also traveling, coming back. We called everybody was okay. So we relaxed a little before miracle also let us know that Gaga had collapsed. And when your patient collapses from pressure, you don't know the extent of the bleed.
Yeah.
If they bleed too much, you can't get them back. If you get them back, they will be vegetable on you. So you can't tell what's happening in the patient's brain after they fall off. So it's like I was just worried about what extent it had happened to him and taking him from way there, passing by all those hospitals that they could have made some earlier intervention, carrying him to Copa, but God witnessed everything.
Yeah.
And he made sure that we didn't have tears in our eyes this year.